place images into frames. Place images into frames. How to place images into frames. And how to create a placeholder frame. How to create a placeholder frame again. And you can create placeholder frames for images in any of the following ways, by the way. Number 1. Use the frame tool to draw empty, rectangular, or elliptical frames on the canvas. And number 2. Convert any existing shape or text to a frame. Number 3. With an existing image on the canvas, use the frame tool to draw over the desired area of the image. And how to create frames with the frame tool. We have 3 steps again. Step number 1. Select the frame tool from the tool panel or press key. Number 2. In the tool option bar, choose a rectangle frame or an elliptical frame. Number 3. Draw a new frame on the canvas. How to convert any shape or text to a frame. How to convert any shape or text to a frame. We have 3 steps again. Step number 1. In the layers panel, right click if you use Windows and control click if you use Mac OS, and a text layer, by the way, or a shape layer, and choose convert to frame from the context menu. Number 2. In the new frame dialog box, enter a name and set a specific width and height for the frame. Number 3. Click OK. How to draw. How to draw a frame over an existing image on the canvas. Again, how to draw a frame over an existing image on the canvas. We have 4 steps here now. Step number 1. Select the frame tool from the tools panel or press key. Step number 2. In the tool options bar, choose a rectangle frame or an elliptical frame. Step number 3. With an existing image on the canvas, draw a frame over the desired area of the image. Number 4. When you draw the frame, the image is masked by the frame boundaries, by the way. And when you draw a frame on a pixel layer or drag a pixel layer into an empty frame in the layers panel, the pixel layer is automatically converted to a smart object, by the way. Like this screenshot now. Placing an image from Adobe Stock. Search results into frames. And how to place an image into a frame. How to place an image into a frame. Content placed in frames is always placed as smart objects, by the way, so that it can be scaled non-destructively, and the content automatically scales to fit the frame. And you can place content in a frame in any of the following ways. You have to drag an Adobe Stock asset or a libraries asset from the libraries panel into the frame, and the asset is placed, by the way, as smart object that is linked back to Creative Cloud libraries by default. And to get the original separated layer not linked to libraries, hold down and Alt key if you use Windows and Option key if you use Mac OS, and as you drag from the libraries panel or use the place layers command in the libraries panel. Then, drag an image from your local disk into the frame, and this image is placed as embedded smart object, by the way. To create a linked smart object, hold down and Alt key if you use Windows and Option key if you use Mac OS, and as you drag and drop the image. Then select a frame from the menu bar, then select File, then select Place Linked or Place Embedded, and in the dialog box that appears, select an image that you want to place in the selected frame, and the image is placed as linked or embedded smart objects, by the way. And in the layers panel, drag a pixel layer into an empty frame, and the pixel layer is automatically converted to a smart object. And frame layer in the layers panel. Frame layer in the layers panel. In the layers panel, by the way, frames are represented by a frame layer type, and the frame layer displays 2 thumbnails, by the way, and a frame thumbnail and a content thumbnail, like the screenshot now. Frame layer in the layers panel. We have A and P. We have A and P and C. A meaning frame thumbnail, B meaning content thumbnail, and content thumbnail smart object linked to libraries, and the C meaning frame layer. Note and be careful please here now. If you open a document with frame layers in Photoshop CC 2018 or earlier version, the frame layer, by the way, opens a smart object with a vector mask over it. And how to select a frame or its content. How to select a frame or its content. Frame and its content can either be selected together or separately, allowing you to transform the frame and its content independently, like this screenshot now. And selection state of a frame and the insert image, and to have A and B and C. AS meaning both the frame and its image selected. BS meaning only the image selected and shown with transform controls enabled. CS meaning only the frame selected. Select both the frame and its image. Select both the frame and image. How to select both the frame and its image? To select both the frame and image, do any of the following. On the canvas, click the insert image once, and in the layers panel, click the frame layers, and in the selection state, the frame, by the way, and the image can be moved or transformed together. And how to select the image only? If you would like to select an image only, how should you do? To select only the insert image and not the frame, do any of the following. On the canvas, double click the image, and in the layers panel, click the content thumbnail in the frame layer. And in the selection state, the insert image can be transformed independently. Double clicking again in the selection state and reverts to selecting both the frame and its image. And how to select the frame only? If you'd like to select a frame only, what should you do? To select the frame only, do any of the following again. In any of the selection states mentioned above, click once on the frame's border in the canvas area, and in the layers panel, click the frame thumbnail in the frame layer, and you can now transform the frame independently. And how to replace a frame content? If you'd like to replace the frame content, what should you do? Dropping a new image in a frame replaces its existing insert image, by the way, and do any one of the following. Drag an image from a libraries panel into the frame in the canvas area or over the frame layers in the layers panel. Then drag an image from local disk into the frame in the canvas area. Then select a frame or its image and use the options under insert image in the properties panel. Then find on Adobe Stock, open libraries, then place from local disk and link it, or place from local disk and embed it. Then select a frame from the menu bar, then select file, then select place link it, or choose place embed it. And in the dialog box that appears, select an image that you want to place in the selected frame. Thank you.